Feature Friday.
The freshest.
So we found it. Thanks to the comments for this recommendation. We've been trying to look for it for a while, and it's a song that's very popular. I'm not gonna try. I ain't gonna try and pronounce it because it's very rough. It's called Samajavaragamana.
Oh, wow.
And that was perfectly pronounced, of course.
Of course.
Everyone, put a thumbs up in the comments. And it's Sid Siriam, but it's not the actual music video. We're gonna watch the live performance, but I think it's not too different to the original version. Okay. I just thought we'll have a look at this. As it has violins, drums, everything. So it's kind of like a better break than I thought. But if you like us, check out the music video of it. Fine. I think they traveled to Europe. I saw bits and bobs.
Oh, wow,
they're
cool.
like in Paris and Britain and stuff like that. So.
Awesomeness.
Anyways, let's give it a watch.
Have a look.
Yep. And it's in a beautiful stage.
That's a beautiful studio, yeah.
Ataman is... That's quite big, isn't it?
I'm sorry, but the resonance in that man's voice, he's so enchantingly great.
Yeah. A bit of like the Coke Studios.
It does, yes. They have a whole piano.
What does that word mean? Chopulana. I love it. Chupa chupa and chopula. What is it?
Chopulana.
Chopulana. Chopulana la, chopulana la, tokubela kuda. Let's go! Come on! I love that fucking word. Go on.
What a song! That is fabulous.
What the fuck? What did he say? Sava.
Samajavaragamana.
Dude, can I just say as well?
So Samajavaragamana.
Samajavaragamana. Okay. Can I also say this is probably the best example. This is why this got so requested in the live stream. In case you don't know, we live stream every Friday, including this Friday. So when you're watching this, it's probably tomorrow. If you're watching this, because YouTube allows you to time travel.
It's probably tomorrow. No, it's not tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, but they're seeing this today.
Yeah, so the live stream is tomorrow.
Sorry.
Isn't it?
I had a little blip moment.
Well, in case you're watching this, in another space-time period, because on YouTube, these videos stay here for years, don't they? We live stream every Friday, and we'll probably still be here when we're all grey and old. But anyway, so it got really recommended, and one of the reasons why it got so recommended was because it really shows what I think makes the language, or many languages in India, actually quite special. I don't know which part of India this is from, so I'm not going to try and guess that it's Hindi, or perhaps it's Telugu or Malayalam, or
I think it's
probably Hindi.
Hindi, yeah.
I'd imagine. But that word in itself proclaims a journey of musical notes.
Correct.
Even in a monotone in speech.
Yes.
That Samajavaragamana, it encourages magic, which is it's like a cheat code, I feel.
I couldn't agree more.
And then you sort of intertwine with Indian classical, and then you start seeing what would you call it? Why it can turn into such complexity.
And I think that the rich environment in which this has been enhanced, obviously given the studio live performance idea of it makes the song so much more intense. Yeah. So it heightens things that in a studio version, because of a video stimulation, they would go under the table. But in this particular environment, they're so highlighted. So for example, the twinkling of the guitar arpeggio, or the exact same moment of the piano arpeggio with the guitar arpeggio, that creates this harmonious feel. And I also think there's like a harmonium playing in the background too, so
maybe
there is like this cool addition of things that you are more aware of because you're seeing them.
A fusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said. They're the protagonists. Oh, the bass.
Yeah.
It's fucking great! And that, bro, that's one of the things that also it seems the indie music industry rewards, because obviously the market sets the demand, right? So if this does really well, it means that people sort of liked it, and then if people like it, they were gonna ask for more. In huge instrumental sections, maybe not huge, it's probably like a 30-second instrumental section.
Well, but it's more than where you would be introduced into any type of commercial song regarding a movie.
Well,
in the West.
you look like at songs nowadays from like the US and the UK. It's like a 2-minute piece, right?
Yeah.
So then, where do you have space to do an instrumental? So yeah, it is probably like a large section, in comparison to what
Yes.
to our standards. So the fact that they do allow for this, instrumental section for, to allow the song to grow and build on just simply the magic of the pictures and the captured moments that they, from the movie and stuff like that, it allows music to be music rather than allows music to be a product.
Correct, and I think that's what allows for the interactions between the musicians and the characters in the video, in the movie itself, to be more organic. They feel more relatable. They feel more. There's an edge of human aspect to it that is enhanced because of the musical scores that are. That pay so much attention to those details too. So like they're intertwining the story building, not just for environmental purposes, which is more often how music gets introduced into movies in the West. So what I like to also point out is like the singing phrasing. It's so incredibly difficult because there's constant movement of diction in each bar. So it's similar to what it would be like for Western rap, for example. So there's a lot of syllabic nature to the singing phrases, and it falls with some sort of cadence too. So each syllable has a meaning, has a subtext. So the breathing is completely different to what it would be for a long singing phrase, which is it's thoroughly impressive. He always brings a completely different aspect in my mind when I try to review music or singing per se, because he is so versatile.
Sid Siriam is a very interesting case for a singer. Yeah.
He does a lot of things that you wouldn't see.
Yep.
Oh, that's with flutes as well. Gosh. It's a beautiful chord progression.
I love that word. I don't know what it means.
This is a fantastic track. Did you hear that that, sorry, but did you hear that swell in like the symphonic aspect of of the second part of the song? So when it got stripped away, all you had is this swell of symphonic elements to it. So it brings this idea of fragility to be even more like right there at the touch of your skin, like in your fingertips.
That's perhaps why you can feel the climax coming, because it takes you.
It builds tension without you realizing what's happening, because the focus is in the vocals, right? So the focus is in what he's singing. But if you pay attention to what's happening behind it, so like all like the smoke and mirrors, like all the enchantments, it's basically the symphonic feel to it.
You feel the smoke effect start to fizzle out, and you're starting to become more vulnerable.
Correct.
And then the drum fill comes in. Yes. I see, that makes sense. Okay.
So it enhances the vulnerability. And then the little twinkling of the piano.
The curtain.
So ethereal. You see, it's so big. It's so big by so little. That's fantastic. What a track.
Probably my favorite Sid Siriam track. That's such a nice feel. It's really nice, and that hi-hat was set up beautifully. You see how loose it feels.
It literally everything. It's so perfectly acclimated in this environment. It's so delicate. It's so delicate, but I also think the magic is in the chord progression.
Okay.
And like the key that they've decided to go with.
That's my favorite Sid Siriam composition.
I have
song.
to be.
I know it's composed by. We'll check it out in the credits.
Okay.
But yeah, my favorite composition that he's been a part of.
We definitely need to read the lyrics. This is
We
important.
will. Yeah.
Oh, nice!
So simple, so good.
I'm so tempted to play that again.
Isn't it? You just feel like playing it again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
You see, it's that whole environmental aspect to it that brings that vulnerability aspect. Oh, it's so well, perfectly done, and it's not a harmonium. It's the violin.
It's the violin. Yeah.
I thought it was a harmonium, but it's not.
Whose composition is it?
It's so good.
Is it 3V Can? Composer.
Song. Music by Thaman S.
Oh, so that's what the Thaman S music.
And the lyrics are by Sitharama Satrigaru.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, Bale found the lyrics, and I think Bale made a good point just now. What she was saying, the lyrics. It's like when we are big music heads in terms of live music, and this is why it's one of the most exciting things that we actually are starting to get to see some of these concerts come to London. And see them live in the moment, but even just in video, those are the videos that we're the most interested in, even though, in the last few months, because you guys always ask for it as well, and it's interesting to see what is really popular in the industry. We check out more of sort of like the movie songs, right, rather than actually looking at the live performances.
And to be completely honest, there's not a lot of live footage of the specific hit songs as well either, from the singers.
It's definitely hard to find. Yeah, it's definitely more of a task. But this is, I mean, you can probably tell through the excitement, this is fucking what we really love in terms of music. You can catch so many things, and it's what I think makes music special, the live scene, not just the studio. That's part of it. But in my eyes, it's like the meat and the potatoes.
Yeah.
It's in live music, even if it's through a video, but that live arrangement, it's fucking sick. Anyways, this is the lyrics. My dreams will guard your eyes like kol. I don't know what kol is. Maybe it's like a god. You set me on fire when you rub your rosy cheeks. It's quite funny, isn't it? It changes the whole song if we would have said butt cheeks. Your tresses fly as my breath whistles in the air. Please don't get all cranky and push me away. Sweetheart, I can't help but fall for you. You know how the heart sways to the youth's beat. Nice. My eyes are hooked onto your legs.
Oh.
Could you not step on my gaze? That's a very nice
really
sentence.
Oh,
Show me some mercy.
that is fantastic. Like even translated,
In
it
English,
makes a lot of sense. I like how that's poetic in a way. Yeah.
I'd imagine in Hindi, which I presume that's the language it is in. It's even more poetic and more beautiful. That's one of the things that you guys always mention. It's like, fuck, all these translations are garbage. It's like, I would try.
There's nothing we can do.
I really do. You're like the cool breeze. This isn't, we do it, with content from all over the world, right?
Yes.
And it's always the same issue.
But here's a good tell. If the translated version, the translated lyrics from the original language are poetic, convey a deep message. Just imagine
in its native
tongue, right? So that's a really good point of reference. If you find that the lyricism makes sense even when translated, and you can still get a good chunk of the meaning, then dude, you're in. Yeah. That's all music does.
Yeah. Oh look, an ad for Shein.
Yeah, I can't take it off.
The most popular brand in K-pop concerts that girls wear. Literally, bro. Not sponsored, just saying. You're like the cool breeze. Waleska's like, please move on. You're like the cool breeze spilling fragrances of jasmine. You're like the land shimmering with moonlight. Okay, Shein. You're like a peacock. Dancing in a garden of flowers.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's a bird, isn't it? It's like an ostrich or something like that.
No.
It's similar though,
No, definitely not.
It's the same species of bird, I think.
No, it's definitely not. Oh my god.
Can I just say, when you come up with bird names, why would you say anything that resembles a cock?
Efra, this is an ostrich.
That's an ostrich. Fuck it, did you see the size of the egg? Go down. Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
How big is that bird then?
Huge. It's ginormous. Look at this monstrous thing.
And its scale. Put it next to a human.
Next to human.
Yeah.
Okay,
Next to human.
Person.
Whoa. Huge. People ride them?
Yeah, because they're huge.
That's like a horse.
Yeah, they're big.
Probably less stable.
Oh what the hell? Never mind, moving on. I'm just saying that's definitely not the same species as an ostrich.
A peacock are the ones that they open their things like that.
Yeah.
I thought ostriches did that as well.
No.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
I can't begin to describe your elegance in words. So I'll describe it. You look like an ostrich.
Oh.
Like a 1950s dolled up ostrich. I caress you like the shadow that chases you. Nice. I caress you like the shadow that chases you. Yet you don't react the slightest, girl. So he's sort of stuck in the shadows. He's been friend-zoned. Or maybe even worse, not even noticed. I realize you're not the girl who falls for trickery. Pay heed to this sweet plea that makes my heart pound. See, that's very well translated. Good lyrics. Sweetheart, I can't help but fall in love with you. So this guy, obviously seeming on the lyrics, and I'd imagine if we do end up getting, watching or reviewing the music video or the movie, he's sort of stuck in this limbo. He's not even the friend zone. He's not that zone. He's just the nothing.
It's the no man's land.
Yeah, he's just lost in galactic space
the
of love.
Milky Way.
There's nothing there. It's just time, and that's it. And I guess
existing.
Yeah, exactly. But maybe they are hanging out. But maybe she's surrounded by other men as well, or
I
by other
think it's
girls.
more of like those like close proximity type of like environments where you have to work with somebody, but you're still.
But you never cross the line.
But you never exactly, and everything is just like professionally platonic, but nothing really makes sense either.
Can I just say this? If you are in that position, right? Mm-hmm. Don't you think it's better to just lay it all out there and risk getting fired? But at least if you get fired...
No, I don't think it's about getting fired. It's just,
So what's the risk then? Because to me, that's the bad thing that could happen.
Pleasure with business. That's the bad thing. It's always bad.
Yeah, but what if it's the love of your life?
Yeah,
what if this man's writing these lyrics?
Correct.
This man is in love.
And
then what a story. He might marry...
He's just infatuated.
No, because it's like let me show you this. What's the Pika, right? And her husband.
Yeah.
Right, they used to work together, right?
Sing.
Yeah, they work together a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so that's business.
Yeah.
They mixed it, and now look at that. What a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, but God forbid, They,
No, I'm not. Yeah, obviously, you know, there's
then
Johnny Depp,
everything-
Amber Heard. There you go. That's a fucking great example. You
God
know, one of them
forbid.
turned out to be a prick and dumps in people's beds.
Oh
And
my god!
who would have expected that, right? But
Right.
I'm just saying that's
And
just
that's
life
why-
playing life.
And no, but that's why you try to avoid those situations.
Yeah,
and
but
keep
then
it
there's also
platonic.
but then there's also the Kristen.
Oh my God.
What is it? The guy, the guy that he did 2.5 Men
Okay.
after Charlie obviously went off in his coke parade.
Oh, do you mean Ashton Kutcher?
Aston Kutcher with Mila Kunis. You know, I don't know actors, but I know them too.
Mila Kunis.
Fairly successful. They do stuff for the world and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They adopt kids or some shit.
No, they have.
Isn't
kids
that Ashley
in it.
Tisdale who adopts kids?
Who?
One of them has like seven kids from Africa.
You're talking about you're talking. Wow, Efra, this is bad.
But there's lots of actors and lots of business people who end up getting married after they meet in the workplace.
Yes,
That's why that thing is. Yeah, what fucking world are you living in? How are you gonna get to know that
But
person?
those are very small. Those are very small exceptions.
True. How many people would write a song like that for someone else?
True.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So this isn't your average
Late
guy.
on the line.
Yeah, late on the line. And what's the worst that can happen? You get fired, but then you go to a job in which maybe you're no longer intention of fucking, you know, with your heart always in your throat because the person you love the most is there, but they don't love you back. At least you figure that out. You can move on with your life. You know what I mean? It would be a rough year. Trust me, mate. You've been in a dark place. Unlucky. You know, there's going to be lots of sad Bollywood songs in your playlist that year, okay? But you've moved on. You at least laid it all on the line. And if you die the next day, you can at least say, well, at least I tried. You know what I mean?
Wow, that is so.
But isn't it true though? What would you much rather? Just be there incarcerated in this prison of love that is
Yes.
inaccessible?
Yes. 100% yes.
Just be
Suffer
living out a
with
life
dignity.
of quiet desperation.
No, it's better to just be a quiet spectator of the person you love the most from a distance than
not
to
me.
have absolutely nothing at all.
Not me. I mean, there's obviously read the room, mate. You know what I mean? Before you make such a move, make sure she likes you back.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, you know, in the middle of fucking July. Maybe the wrong timing. You know, but read the room. You know, maybe she likes you. Maybe she's showing you signs or something like that. Maybe you just... You mix it with business in the sense that you're there, but you sort of, you know, let's get out of business. Let's get to know each other or some shit like that. And then if she says yes to that, at least as mates, well, at least you can be mates after that. You know what I mean?
Correct, and then you're in the friend zone.
Well, at least you're in something. At least you get into one of the rooms. You know what I mean? You have one of the zones. And like, isn't there's a bunch of stuff online. How to get out of the friend zone. You can find these YouTube channels, bro. People learn math and physics through YouTube. You think you can't learn how to, you know, declare your love in some sort of, maybe with a decent success rate, the woman you love the most? Yeah, I would say probably yes. If some guy learns string theory, physicists, through YouTube, I think we could probably, you know, learn how to speak to a fucking woman through a few YouTube videos, especially the woman you love the most.
Okay.
So there you go. Hey. Oh, by the way, the music was also really good. The song. Anyways, thanks for watching.